Episode 11. What do we have to do? Collage. Cancel that. We're not going to care about that yet. I think everything looks good. Alright. So what are my projects? Make Evan Van Eyck's Jam harder core, find tape and a melody for Egghead. I think it was telling me there's one at the beginning of the canal, so let's head to here, because I don't know how to get there. It is 2:30. We need to wait another 4 hours for the, what's it called? The dice, or is it 3 hours? 8 hours to 4 hours, okay. We found some comrades, found a secret passphrase. Alright, let's talk to this guy.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Selling
Tapes?
tapes?
You mean like music tapes? No, music is out. Don't listen to music. I sell extremely cool sunglasses. If you want to get your mojo going.
He points at a shoddy box. Alright, so you have no idea what sort of work by tapes?
Tapes? Tapes are everywhere. They're worthless. Kids throw them in the trees. There's one in the bushes, right behind this lorry. No one would ever throw a good pair of high-quality plastic sunglasses in the bushes, mister.
He smiled wide.
To the west, dark brown ribbons of tape hang from the tree,
Ooh,
flowing in the wind. You should have a look. It's better than nothing.
to the west. Is it across the canal? Well, I do need to open up this trap. Might be that tree.
The trap stands empty amongst the reeds. No insect sounds or movement around. Only the reeds' melancholy rustling.
This is the one.
Fantastic.
The lieutenant looks at the familiar contraption and shrugs. Release locusts
The
into the trap.
locusts, dazed from being transported, slowly begin to acclimate to their new surroundings. They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here.
Good. Now that's done. When do you think we will return to our impending apocalypse of a murder investigation? Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question.
Aww. So we reached now Port Lena. Can't get over there, okay. So where is this tape? It's behind this lorry? Why does it say to the west? When it's...
The
What?
hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain. Bronze-colored ribbons of magnetic tape are caught in its branches, fluttering in the breeze. Just like promised, you've stood here for what seems like eons, guzzling the sickly fumes of lorries and carriages.
Piss off, nature.
The hawthorn tree is not an inanimate object. It is a living thing. The thunk against the bark echoes with discontent. At first, the destructive urge felt exhilarating, as if it added something to your persona. But the feeling swiftly receded, leaving you with a sad emptiness. The gnarled hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane. A wintry breeze blows by, making the magnetic tape flutter.
Alright. We don't want to
With
pat that
slow
tree.
and deliberate motions, pulling, bending, and unraveling, you manage to extricate the magnetic tape from the branches.
Okay.
It curls up into a mess inside your pocket. If only you could find a way to re-spool it, so that you could hear what's on the tape.
What's the tape for?
Lieutenant looks at the mess in your hands only after you've successfully cleaned up the branches. Does curiosity get him? What's the tape for? It's for Egghead. I promised to make his Van Eyck's jam hit a bit harder. Maybe this tape can help.
How? It's broken and unspooled. Do you think your new buddy knows how to fix it?
I think at least one of the Reavers would know how to fix it.
You could also get it fixed at the pawn shop across the street. We shouldn't waste our time.
Good idea. He might have the tools. The tape projector in the pawn shop uses similar tape.
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. What was this guy's name?
Hello, hello.
Roy?
Let me know if I can help you with anything.
You know how to fix this?
You mean re-spooling? Yeah, I do, but
Great, could you do it please? This is important. I need to be able to play this tape for
I'm
someone.
not some Mr. Fix-It. I'm a pawnbroker. If you want to pawn the tape, sure. Although it looks pretty worthless.
Just explain why you need this so much. He's bound to understand.
This could be the next big thing.
Huh? What do you mean?
Do you know the old church down the
Yes.
coast?
What about it?
I helped some young ravers turn this place into a nightclub. They play these weird beats there and they call hypnotic music.
Is it any good? The music, I mean.
Can't believe how weird then the beat is or something. No bass, it just goes the sake and make it hardcore.
Man, you're really invested in this.
He looks at the bundle of tape in front of him. It shimmers under the shop's dazzling light show.
Okay, I'll help you out. It's going to take a moment, though, so just sit back and relax.
You take some time to look around the store. The play of visuals all around the pawn shop is mesmerizing. Suddenly, Roy turns back to you with a reel of tape in his hand and coughs.
It was at least 15 minutes.
It was. Re-spooling isn't that difficult, although I had to mend the tape in a few places. Anyhow, it's yours now.
Oh, thanks for the help.
Yeah, my pleasure. I'll do what I can for true passion projects. Just try not to use this tape for negative photon emissions. Take responsibility. Okay. The cop.
I'll be right back. Okay. They call the mama to cue. He looks at you with his tone. I would have never guessed you were that interested in that ultrasonic sound. The birds. Couldn't you? I wouldn't have guessed that you know
That's
what it
fair.
is.
It's been a long time since my Coldima Madakwa hunting days. Once knew a group of young musicians who decided they didn't want to play music anymore and started looking for all kinds of interesting sounds instead.
Oh.
This was before, you know, lost touch with them after all of that.
Sounds cool.
Cool or not, One of them was obsessed with recording the Coldy Mamadakwa, and he was one of those passionate people who know a lot about all kinds of strange things. So he got the rest of us to join in his search.
Did you ever find it?
We thought we did. We got together all these recordings of unusual sound patterns, compared them, cut them up and combined them into the Symphonia Coldy Mamadakwa.
It's not very
That
scientific.
really wasn't the point. After the Symphonia, we moved on to the sounds of office supplies or something like that. And I doubt any of us would have been any good at pushing papers.
Oh, I should change that. Get rid of Spooky Month. Okay. Can I listen to it?
Unfortunately, I don't have any recordings from my old life. None at all. But I do have a tape with some ultrasonic sounds that might be what you're looking for.
You search rummage through some tapes around the
Do
counter.
we really have time for this?
Spin that bird song.
This recording comes from down the coast. Wasn't looking to record anything specific. Just left a recording device there one morning. Keep in mind, I have to slow this one down enough to make sounds well over 200 kilohertz audible to the human ear. It will be strange.
He switches on the tape player. The speakers begin to emit a low hum.
As the hum grows louder, modulating but always unnaturally uncomfortably low, like it's coming not from the speakers, but also from inside your chest. Breathing is becoming difficult. That's an illusion. Your breathing is just as it was and will remain that way unless you start panicking.
What?
He nods to you, reassuringly, just as more diverse, higher-pitched sounds, some random, some appearing to form patterns, hit your eardrums.
What is this?
Gulls and skewers. But
He raises a pointer finger and inclines his head towards the speaker. A new, very high-pitched, shivering sound emerges amidst the
A
others.
low range of sounds is easier to handle with a focal point, but still troubling. You are mesmerized by the sounds, but also feel nausea welling up as the motif continues, then begins to recede, dissolving in what must be the sound of water lapping at the bank.
you know, now that I've listened to it on these new speakers, it's not the Coldy Mamadakwa. Wrong patterns, wrong photons.
Photons.
Probably some insect trying to sing higher than its predators can hear. Still, fascinating, aren't they? Early morning sounds.
Alright. Something happened. He stuck the trapped. We are going to do signatures later. You need to talk to try this. The secret passage. Need to get some booze. That's right, I never found any. Or I did, but I gave it away. So what am I doing? Identified a bullet.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag. The jacket of the bullet is made of it. It's quite...
What can you say about the bullet so far?
Yes, it's as if...
A jacketed bullet. Okay. It would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzleloader.
We were right. This came from a...
Even the RCM uses ordinary unjacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique. Unique means incriminating. We need to find the gun that shot it.
Alright.
A rifle, revolutionary period. Your bullet looks to be an old 4.46mm from the surplus left over from the turn of the century. Probably an antique or a retrofitted antique.
The make?
The 4.46 caliber was widely used with the Belmargrave rifle, a Revacholian manufacturer. The BM dominated the battlefields of the Insulindian theatre of the anti-centennial revolution 50 years ago.
Oh.
Incidentally, you have just such a rifle with you. The dusty old thing is found hidden in the basement below the commercial area. It's unusable, sadly. If it were, the bullet would probably fit the chamber.
Is anyone still making these rifles?
No, but Zeliger, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war. So there are still a lot of these old military rifles floating around, usually broken. The quality is appalling.
Who uses these rifles?
Antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky jamrock bangers. You're looking for the same thing you found in that hidden weapons cache, only in working order.
What are you thinking? Bullet?
I think I know where this came from.
Okay. And? An antique. That makes sense. There can't be many breech-loading rifles floating around in Martinez or anywhere in Ravachol, really.
Why not?
Sure, there's some arms trafficking, but the laws prohibiting the use of breech loaders we inherited from the monarchy have been effective, from what I've seen. Some new RCM recruits get impatient with their muzzle loaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons, but they realize it's worth it in the end.
Worth what, getting shot?
Imagine if everyone, cops, citizens, had access to firearms that could shoot multiple rounds without pausing to reload. After the first shot, the second, third, and so on come much easier. But back to the investigation.
We're looking for here. Except with some foreign, well-armed.
Mysterious. Okay. Either way, we'll know when we find the gun. Okay. And?
Can't be sure.
What's your best guess?
Yeah, points to
An
it.
antique. That makes sense. There can't be many breech-loading rifles floating around in Martinez, or I have to hand it to the monarchs. It's quite admirable that they took the advice of criminologists last century and banned the use of breech loaders in peacetime. Some new RCM recruits get impatient with their muzzle loaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons, but they realize it's worth it in the end.
Makes you consider every shot.
Imagine if everyone, cops, citizens, but back to the investigation.
Oh, right.
It
Antiques.
doesn't seem that likely, but we'll check out all possible leads.
Alright, so now a working firearm. I guess that guy would know. Wonder if this guy's a communist.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
Still can't do that. The cargo container door.
Looking for something, Rond? Come to tell me to.
So, what can we do? We found a tape. We can go to Egghead. That might be the best thing to do right now. Oh, we were just with Lena. We could talk to Lena. We'll go to Egghead, fix his music, go back to Lena. Tell her the news.
Glorian Church, the place to be! Make some noise, my church people!
Large speakers are set up behind the young man, blasting a familiar song.
Vibrations thump through your blue soul. The music sounds much better in the church. A hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain. He stands on stage behind a table, nodding along to the music and waving his hand in the air. In front of him, the audio mixer. One reel spinning. The other reel deck is empty. Cables run hither and thither. On one side, you see an auxiliary line in with the number 4.5 written next to it.
Alright, I found this real tape. Maybe you can use it to hard up Ike's jam.
Yeah! Remix time! Tape goes here, into deck B.
His voice booms through the church as he takes the tape and attaches it to the empty reel slot. He clicks a switch, the tape starts
A
spinning.
hand on his ear, he listens to the audio through his headphones and shouts.
Wow! Did you get this from Arno himself?
What do you mean?
Listen, I'm just going to show it to you. Ready?
Ready? Party! Ah, there is something there.
Wow! Here's that? The signs match perfectly! Now if only we had the beat for the full assault, it would be unbelievably hyper!
What is this? It's good. How did you guys do that?
Well, I guess something else must be going on here.
Yes, but what if Van Eyck based his remix on some forgotten local melody, like a folk song, and you just found the original piece that inspired him to create this jam? That would explain why it fits so well.
Nah, to me it sounds like classic Van Eyck. I don't think he needs any inspiration from folk songs. Maybe he lives in Martinez and just threw away part of his song because he thought it wasn't good enough.
I think it's just happenstance, chaos in action, contingencies of our limited existence. That and Egghead's fantastic talent.
You know, it's just run behind the turntable.
Lloyd's right. Egghead's technical talent is the key.
Yeah.
Be how it may, if it fits, it fits! Bring up the volume!
What about the bass? Do you have any ideas for that?
Andre looks back at you.
Yeah, I remember. You said it needs more bass.
I think you might know the answer.
We'll use the crazy sound itself as soon as we've about tamed it, made it pulse.
But how?
What do we have around here to achieve some sort of parallel processing?
Don't be too hard on yourself if you don't figure it out. I think the jam's already pretty ultra.
Oh, we could go even further.
But it could be hyper hardcore!
Alright, let's take the chance. Oh,
Bzz, bzz, goes the track in the background, never ending. You can't grasp what's missing, but you can try to make something up anyway.
no way the speed freak can tell it. Or one cannot speak, one ought to remain
The
silent.
young man bobs his head to the music, much as before.
Yes.
It
What is it?
shouldn't be. Oh yeah, we still don't know anything about the build. We So we have so many of these now. +2 empathy towards Kim. This year at the crew. We can get rid of this one probably. Int inside red check failures heal +1. That seems like an important one because it raises a lot to 6. Let's go back to here. Tell Lena everything's ready. Hey, where's the husband?
Hello, dear.
Where's
Good to see a familiar face.
the elderly woman smiles up at you. I restocked the empty tray. Where's Morel?
Thank you for doing that, dear.
Manages to smile for you.
Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him.
Only the hardcore players left.
Yes. Field work is a young person's game, as they say.
Who's gonna check
Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps.
I
The
could do.
lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything.
Take it on with undue optimism.
That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a
Aw.
cough yourself.
I'm
Fuck
fine.
that cough. It's not happening. The insides of your lungs are lined with tobacco, a powerful antibacterial agent. You are unstoppable. Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this? It's like she's given up.
What's wrong?
Different? How?
The half moons of her glasses reflect you as she looks at you. You're not telling me the whole story.
Not. It's not that.
She doesn't know how to end the sentence. What is it?
It's a strange feeling. I haven't really told
no.
this to anyone, but you are a police officer. Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story?
Hunching her
Poetry.
shoulders now. She seems even smaller than she is.
Oh
Like a
no.
sad young girl.
Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or
But-
not.
She lied.
Morel's so proud of it. He always tells everyone.
Yeah, doesn't that count for something?
No, sweetie. There's more to it than that. Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the phasmid's existence. That I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That.
Oh.
And for years, his belief made me believe too.
The Time Queen, an extraordinary witness to grace.
But now, we're both getting old, and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. But what if I was just wrong? I think I was.
The lieutenant opens his notebook, but doesn't write anything.
Tell her that the marriage hasn't been a lie.
An acorn is not the same as the tree. That requires time, diligence, and care.
I need something good
All
here.
qualities these two seem to share in abundance.
Wrong or not, your relationship with Morel isn't just about the phasmid.
It is. We've spent years searching for the phasmid, hunting it together. Without it, what are we?
Oh.
Just another pathetic old couple. If I hadn't led him down this path, he could have a steady job lecturing at a university.
When I think about stuff like, oh, in a marriage, I feel bad. When about you and Morel, I feel okay. Does that count for something?
Oh, of course it counts for something.
Aww.
But we've had our hard times too.
She looks down at
I
her.
was a
Oh.
paraplegic before we met. He didn't know before I arrived. On our first date. If I weren't the queen of the cryptozoologists, if I didn't tell him that story,
She has to swallow to relax her throat. It's keeping her from talking.
Wow, love is hard.
it's not easy. I've wasted enough of your time with this drama. I really must stop talking about it, lest I start crying and waste more of your time. What you have to know is, the Insulindian phasmid probably does not exist. Let us fools chase our ghosts. There are a million better things to do with your life.
Are there? Some of the other things are pretty bad.
Thing is, you're just not sure you made it up either.
I'm not sure of anything. Sometimes I still see it, you know. The real memory. Not the memory of the memory, but it's so hard to tell the two apart. Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever, and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary.
Are you sure you don't need help getting to
Oh
Gary's?
no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered. And then a taxi home. It's not so bad.
You do that. I'll check chat one more time.
Really?
Oh, sweetie. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morel.
Can I get your address just in
Okay.
case?
It's 1113 Tabernacle Road, Jamrock, but
Be careful out there, Lena.
you too, sweetie. Thank you for everything, truly. Even though it turned out to be a...
Sentence remains
Like
unfinished.
that, she drives off. The gas engine putters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside, the cold coastal wind blows.
We should go too.
That kind of ended sadly. Alright. Alright. Yeah, maybe we could get him to step away for a sec. Alright, let's quick save here.
It's you again. What is it?
No. Sorry, does he have anything for me? I'm gonna take off now. Okay. Still can't access it. Oh, Kuno. Let's go back into here.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing.
Nope. Okay. So we have 3 more hours until we have to do that. That was weird. Where can we learn information about that? About being a communist?
Yes?
Logic is still one.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
You won't ever write again.
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Alright, we're gonna take the 50-50.
Good idea. Just ask him. He won't make a scene.
Can I talk to the man alone for a second?
Fine.
Alright.
See? What can he do? You're a grown man.
Alright, now, what is the Pale?
Are you sure you're sure? Your colleague seemed adamant.
Yes, what is this?
Okay. The Pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the islas. It is the inter-islary mass.
What is an Isla?
Isla is a Messinian word for a continent of matter, enveloped on all sides by the Pale. Also, isolation, or landmass. We used to believe there was only one. In the last 4 centuries, we have discovered 7.
So there are 7 continents?
Mundi, Seol, Samara, Ilmara, Grad, Katla, and this, Insulinde.
And Insulinde
An
is...
oceanic isla. It comprises mostly of water. Muindi is the largest, Katla the coldest, Insulinde the bluest. What can I say? Each is perishing and dear.
Okay, what is the Pale like?
Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The Pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness.
Is it here?
No, Detective. We're safe. It begins there, 6,000 kilometers to the north, and even more to the south, east, and west. You are in the middle of the Isla.
And there?
An uproar of matter, darling. Rising into the Pale. Rolling. Evaporating even. A great vision. The area of transition between the world and the Pale is called Porch Collapse. Imagine a grey coronal mist. Cold vapor marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism. A mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. It's
What?
the most disco thing you will ever see.
You hear your pulse rise. The air feels caustic and cold suddenly.
What are the physical qualities of this
It's
thing?
difficult to describe, or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties. Physical, epistemological, linguistic.
Epistemological. What does that mean? Epistemolog. It's a real word. The theory of knowledge, especially with regards to its methods, validity, and scope. Epistemology is the investigation of what distinguishes justified belief from opinion.
The further into Pale you travel, the steeper the degree of suspension, right down to the mathematical. Numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier. It may be impossible.
If we're surrounded by Pea, how do you get from Isola to Isola?
Oh, it is so difficult for us.
Her lungs deflate, her words sound like a sigh.
It is possible to force dimensions on the Pale. In modern times, we can even compress its latitude.
What are we
bouncing
talking
radio
about?
waves from one end to the other, shortening the path. But it is still hard for humans to navigate the Pale without getting lost. Or having our minds damaged.
The Pale can damage the mind?
Extensively.
How?
Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation. Others argue that Pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading, that it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter. They call it the blend over of the self. The Pale does not only suspend the laws of physics, but also the laws of psychology, maybe history even. The human mind becomes over-radiated by past.
What does this over-radiation feel like?
It feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travelers to 6 days of pale exposure per year.
You're not a civilian
No,
passenger.
Lieutenant Dubois. I'm entreprenetic business class. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of pale transit annually.
Do lorry drivers pass the pale?
Yes. Carried in the hulls of airships. It's a horrific job. Automation will abolish it soon.
You should ask the pal driver about this. See what she says.
Are you over-radiated?
Up to my gills, officer.
An acidic smile on her lips. It's getting worse every year.
What is intraponetic?
Entreprenetics is the scientific study of the pale, or a recent iteration of it by way of grad. The study of the pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Pericarnassians called it the Western Plain.
Did they cross it, the Western Plain?
There are signs of pre-modern crossings. Successful navigation of the pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been known for thousands of years.
What has intrapononics changed then?
Nothing. We remain powerless before the pale. The only real advance in pale transit is the speed with which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Less exposure leads to less effects later.
Aerostatic craft?
Hybrid airships, Detective. Conventional rotors or jet engines no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended, once you've crossed from near pale to far pale.
Near pale to far
In
pale.
essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end. If we throw them precisely.
If we do not?
Then they don't.
How much pale is there compared to the world?
The pale outweighs reality 2 to 1. There is more pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping.
Slipping how?
What do you think, Detective?
There is more and more of the world.
Oh no, Detective. It's not. One of the few measurable effects of the pale is that it is expanding at an unknown rate. An intuitive conclusion of that development is that one day the pale will cover everything. But this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists.
Cover everything. That can't be. Where would we go?
Most people, and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, find handy ways to ignore or downplay that knowledge. I suggest you do the same.
Gulp.
It doesn't look like you're doing the same. The suggestion was meant in earnest, Detective. Live life.
Let's return to reality.
Yes, sweet reality. But before we do, tell me, Detective, is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything?
I am getting a sense of who I am, but no, I didn't notice.
Beyond curious. Tell me, what do you think of the pale?
It's disco.
Mm-hmm.
I sense cursory radiate from them. She exerts you, your bloodshot eyes and so
Your
on.
ailing constitution, sweaty forehead, the beads there, and your heavy breathing.
You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, Detective. If you don't know even this, then...
All those people will die. The investigative mastery there, the one they remember me by.
I hope so. I truly do. If I may suggest, hold on to your colleague, Kitsuragi. I ran a check on him and he is very competent.
Oh.
In the meanwhile, you have me. I will assist you in any way I can, even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
Oh, that's nice.
Good. You have not passed out from it. Perhaps I worried for nothing. Are we still on the reality lowdown, or should we do actual police work now?
That was insane.
Yes, well, the rest of us have dealt with it for thousands of years, so...
You will have to deal with it, too, the lieutenant thinks. This is why I didn't want you to know.
Let's go through.
Good luck, detectives.
What did I just learn? Is the entire world surrounded by space that is like breaks the laws of physics. Is that what I learned? What happened? Church. Back to the church.
Yes, what is it?
Form theory on the 2mm hole in the world. Alright.
All you hear is
Oh, we were
silence.
close. We need great logic. We have no logic. Mine's 2 thoughts on logic. Maybe we can get rid of some of that. Visual calculus, suggestion, electrochemistry, exposure. We can forget this. Oh, there's a lot. Suddenly upon this game is victory. Better loot. Some kind of superstar is nice. We can go but talk to Kim and Andre. Back to Suna.
Yes?
Alright, why did the 41 send you?
Look at you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to Slight, Precinct 57.
That can't be
Just
right.
think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late wearing piss-stained disco garb. You weren't sent here
What if they
to
sent
win.
What if they sent me here because I'm a joke?
I've considered it.
So it's true?
It would be immensely ugly of them, not to mention unprofessional. But I also think it's somewhat unlikely.
What is
I
that?
checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win.
So you're their
I am the
finest.
finest of nothing.
You already see me as a safe bet?
Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through. We've only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's there. So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, what is it?
Alright, 8% chance.
All you hear is silence in your head.
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000?
He waves his hands in an unbelievably lame, non-hardcore manner.
Ecstatic vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too. Now the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honors, detective?
What do you propose as the
The
name?
name. Everything I managed to come up with sounds just wrong.
Andre's overthinking it.
He says the girl with the microphone.
Yes, you should do it, detective. It would be good for the signs.
Oh.
Noid's right. You've helped us so much. It's the right thing to do.
So what do you name it?
How about something simple? Like the
Oh,
club?
that's not it.
Too modern and too ironic. We don't want ironic. We want real. Real and true and beautiful. Like a morning after the rave.
Egghead? What do you got?
Yakukata! Yakukata! The place to be!
The freak with a large head yells from the stage, waving his hand. The place to be.
Yeko Qatar, the zone of ecological catastrophe. That's too morbid, Egg. Got anything else?
Hardcore!
So that's where that is.
No, it has to be bigger than hardcore. Yes, it has to be even bigger than hardcore to the mega. It has to be bigger than the scene.
Alright, Noid, what do you got?
Amnesia.
Amnesia?
Like the... I can't remember the name of the club, Amnesia.
Amnesia! It's not amnesia, guys.
I kinda like that. Do you have opinions
I
soon? Okay.
Good. We have too many opinions anyway.
Alright, Kim?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't build a club, and I wouldn't name it either.
An underground place with no name? Sounds like something the Crabman would say.
We're not going with anything the Crabman would say.
Why not? The Crabman has ideas, Estelle.
Yeah.
Ideas from another level of consciousness.
I don't care.
They-
I don't like the Crabman, and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky. Next, please.
I like Amnesia.
Well, what's the name?
Oh. Disco
Like that
Elysium.
DeLorean word for the world, you mean? Elysium.
But Disco Elysium? Isn't it wacky? Disco's kind of gone, isn't it? Forgotten.
The past is the future, but the future is there. No, it's beautiful. Beautiful and bright. Like we want it to be.
And short. And memorable.
It's settled then. Everyone welcome to Disco Elysium.
A light beam washes over the dance floor, bathing it in blue,
Andre
violet blue.
breaks into frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat. You should go with the flow. Join in on the experience.
Start tapping your
It
foot.
feels good. It feels right. But what is this? What is this thing that Andre is doing with his limbs?
What are you doing, Andre?
I'm dancing.
He performs the other strange pattern moves, but it doesn't look very cool or more. It looks kind of lame.
That soft core gyrating is supposed to be dancing?
We should talk about your so-called dance.
Yes, my man.
He jumps up and down with glee, his movements punctuated by his stroboscopic flash of the club lights.
Talk? What is there to talk about if you can express yourself with moves? Audio waves thump against your ribcage. The speaker setup makes everything sound much better, but the beat is still so weak.
Alright, so we'll wait on that. That means ask you, what's with your hair?
It's to express my individuality.
Is it important for you to be an individual?
Of course it is. Otherwise, I'd just be another poor guy with no education and no money. General issue, man. Now I'm all that, and I have radical spikes.
Fair enough.
Maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway. Goodbye, officer.
Homosexual underground.
Alright.
Maybe you should stop obsessing about your own and other people's sexuality. Feels like it's about time to do that. You thought about this for 8 hours? Not only should you stop, you should tell Kim you've stopped obsessing about other people's sexuality too. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Unless you already got him killed because you were obsessing about your sexuality. There's no way of telling from within your brain. But for your own sake, please say you didn't.
Stop obsessing about sexuality. Okay. I think we internalize this. Let's talk to Kim.
Yes?
Big news, Kim. Tell Kim about how you no longer obsess over your sexuality.
Okay.
I managed to stop obsessing nothing.
Great. Imagine all the time you'll have for work now. Matter of fact, we should get back to it right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just one thought.
What?
Are you part of the homosexual underground?
You didn't stop at all, did you? You're just obsessing about other people's sexuality now.
Yeah,
but... Am I? I'll spare you another 20-hour mind project. Yes, I am. Now let's get back to work.
Oh. Oh man, this game's fun. What does that do? I need sync with Noid. Are you Noid? No.
Oh, hey. Goodbye, officer.
Are you Noid? You're Noid.
You got us in, cop. I can't believe you got us in.
He looks around the hogs and the carpentry.
Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority. But you really came through for the hardcore underground.
That's
yes,
nice.
You really came through for the hardcore underground. How come?
He spreads his arm looking around at the speed freak setting up the show.
Andre is busy cutting some slightly less lame, but still quite ungainly shapes on the church floor, sweating profusely. Estelle using her contact mic to listen to a tree underwater. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track on repeat, while the stained glass window behind him is rattling from the bass.
Generally into the corrupt cop. I did it for mankind, for all of mankind. Keeps it kind. What do you think about the church?
It's a miracle of carpentry. Their bodies carved into total shapes. Now it can be something more.
You say that as a carpenter yourself?
I don't say much anything as a carpenter anymore. They tried to make me into a reckoner and a leveler. Made me a bit manic, you know. I regret the time I dedicated to that profession and that worker collective. I say things more as a member of the hardcore side dance community.
The hardcore side dance community. Ask me how I knew.
Why? You're a cop. I carry carpentry tools.
How old do you think this church is?
That's right. The first settlers built it, plus 6 more like it, on the coast here. Was one of the first things they did. Must have been really scared of something, but I understand. Alone on an uninhabited archipelago, forced to face themselves and nature. Pre-industrial quantities of solitude, the sea, perhaps something more fundamental. I would want to build a safe place for myself and my own as well.
His voice echoes in the wooden carving of the church. Something more fundamental, you mean to sound it on?
Maybe they were unable to face the nature of the world, perishing.
What style is this church built in?
A cop who's into building critique. Okay then, this is folk DeLoreanism, lawmonger, huh? It's a subset of early DeLorean architecture.
I'm not just a cop, I'm an art cop.
God of course.
He nods appreciatively, like it was DeLorean architecture.
Total. Everything between an ancient concrete cathedral and a glass cube is DeLoreanism. This is just an homespun version of it. Folksy stuff. Early mass production. They made thousands like this. Does that help you out?
What would DeLorean building look like?
Like that woman there. Vertical, thin, white. A false image of grandeur. The source of the system is up there. You're at the bottom. They really dug that power vertical. Like to show off large and intricate structures. Arches, spires. Put you down with them. They were really into painting everything white too. Virginal shit, you know. Married shit. Virtue and tyranny. Right.
He takes a bolt from the 12 and spins it on it before shining it. Yours isn't painted white as far as I can tell.
Stands to reason it used to be white on the outside before the sea wind took all the paint off.
Slowly, peeled by the wind, your skin crawls from the sensation as you look around.
What do you mean by dead bodies?
Dead bodies are perennial plants.
Oh.
Sigma functions have left this place. It's a good thing we came along. The spiritual collapse has been total.
Spiritual
I
collapse?
saw some piglets suckling their dead mother. Have you heard this one, cop man?
What?
After a short while, they shuddered and went away. They had sensed that she could no longer see them and that she wasn't like them anymore. What they loved in their mother weren't her body, but whatever it was that made her body live. End of quote. This is an high-quality carcass. The power of anodic beats and hard bass is needed to reanimate it.
Where's that quote from?
Sarai's man, who lived a long time ago, an ancient hardcore brother.
What you're saying is you're not a big fan of inocentric system?
A 3,000-year-old tyrannical regime of history, built and maintained by hundreds of generations of self-appointed intellectuals. It's false core.
And you propose dance music will supplant the system?
Anodic dance music. Regular dance music wasn't hard enough. And yes, I do.
You know what this kind of stuff goes well with.
I have to be on drugs for that, though.
Only a little.
Cool.
It's a necessity. All large human gatherings are narcotic. It's just the way of the spinal cord.
There is a difference between narcotics and group elation. One kills you, the other does not.
Ken seems right about that.
Supercharged humanism that the inocentric system has been feeding us on giant city squares, that's not a drug. The sugar and wheat it feeds us is healthy.
Forget it. It will become an imbecilic discussion. You two continue. It's more hardcore that way.
How do you like the glasswork?
Fuck her giving me the evil eye.
That's her innocence, Dolores Day. Mind your words.
Defend her, law minion. She was a mass murderer. What's up with that?
Mellow, man, mellow. No one's a mass murderer. This is a house of love. Mass murder on the floor.
Innocence immunizing her. But she's pretty. Like, she isn't accused of being a mercenary. None of the programs were totally Catholic family sound programs. Feel there's some terror. Is she supposed to be an embodiment of the world spirit? They say she was, human. She's pretty.
She invented the beauty you're feeling. She and her glass cutters and iconographers. You set the standard, alright. Then you meet it. It's effective like that, but it is also very soft of core. that so-called beauty of hers.
If anything, it's terrifying.
You may be onto something, Copper Man. She's got those mass murdering hips.
She's an instance of humanism. Humanism seems to be a pretty big deal around here.
Humanism leads to eating sugar and pigs. Humanism was invented to mass produce billions of humans. Billions of humans can mass produce hundreds of billions of pigs. She liked games. Her legacy, the thing we live in, isn't real life. It's a strategy for some kind of victory against a long dead opponent. But, yo, I'm only annoyed. What do I know?
I'm only annoyed. Yeah, like, who isn't accused of being a mass murderer?
No one says Arno van Eyck is a mass murderer. The Anodic pioneer Rietveld is not a mass murderer. He is not accused of mass murder. Likewise, no one says Jermaine Egghead or Andre are mass murderers. You can live entirely outside that suspicion. Billions of people go about not being guilty of mass murder. Just not her.
I do feel there's something terrifying about her.
She is a party repellent and must be taken down before we can begin partying in here.
No, that's not it. It's something more. Something closer to your skin.
Keep
The
it.
speed freak's eyes narrow with suspicion, as if he's looking at a man possessed.
It's not coming down. People are gonna love it. It'll be like our thing. Plus it keeps the cold and the rain out.
Isn't she supposed to be an embodiment of the
The
world
world
spirit?
spirit does not have a body. It has organs. Hardcore is an organ of the world spirit.
He raises his left hand.
This Arno van Eyck track is an organ. The carpentry and glass cutting that built this house are also organs. She's a thief, if you ask me. An organ thief. All innocences are.
Would you say she was human?
I like this question, Cop Man. She did not live the life of a human. She lived like someone who's playing a game. The life of an operator. That's not the life that humans live. She was adored. Humans aren't. I don't know about you, but they hate me. And they do not think I'm innocent or some shit like that.
I hate this too.
Well,
Points you.
They loved her. They put all their love in her and forgot all about the rest of us.
The young man let go of the suspenders and they hit his chest with a slap. Alright, what about the
Are you
resettlement?
a commie cop?
I am.
Then that's why. Communism's just a bloody humanism, if you ask me, has her love all over it.
I'm done talking about her. I don't want to think about her.
Okay,
When you settle
like
in.
to say, Cop Man, signs in here are distinctly wild. Gonna take a while before everything's properly synced. I did get to talk to the crab man though.
You mean Tiago?
Anyway, he's been giving me kind of a psychic rundown of this place. Dude's seen some crazy shit, but he's actually a lot like us.
This motherless stuff is too
Have
spooky.
you been listening to what Egg's been saying? Love is hardcore, man. And the mother's love is the hardest core of
The
all.
hardest core of
The
all.
man picks up on stuff. And he knows a lot about the church. I got a lot to learn from him. Good thing you didn't squash him.
I want to talk some more about this place. What did Tiago tell you about the church?
Crabman's been lurking here for a while. He's experienced things. Things that give off bad signs. As far as we can tell, the Ubies built this place about 320 years ago as a sarcophagus.
There are dead bodies here?
Not like a literal sarcophagus.
I'm just metaphor.
I'm just being metaphorical.
What's it for?
Encasement, confinement of something they were afraid of. Something new and unheard of on the Isola. I think that's what the crabman is experiencing when he climbs around upstairs.
I'm something they were facing. So they built this church around the hole in the world that, and Crabman's going in and out of the hole for some reason.
This is some old world shit the Ubies had heard about. I thought the best way to deal with it was to build a church surrounding it to contain it.
Contain
I
what?
don't know. And it's not something they properly understood either. What it does. But it's what this Sona person is looking for and trying to measure.
Yep.
It'll be fruitless though. She won't be able to measure it. People like that always want to measure everything. All those things they really can't.
The wood creaks as a gale blows by. Outside, dust particles fall through the darkness, settling down on the age-bleached floorboards. The structure does not feel particularly durable.
This building seems less than structurally sound.
It's pretty fucking unsound if you ask me. They should have built a club for Anodic music around it instead.
He grins.
Anodic music will definitely contain whatever we're dealing with.
His words echo in the chamber.
And if it can't, well...
He shrugs non-committally. What makes you think Suna's going to fail?
Seems to be the trend around here, doesn't it? You can't measure shit like this. It's not like substance.
He found a doomed commercial area in the Martinez property. Maybe the same thing really was
Like a concentric ring spreading out. The struggling villages. And that is what caused the communards to fail in defending the beachhead. Yeah, a lot of failure has gone down around here.
You think there's any merit to the
I
theory?
don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's not a thing we can answer, Cop Man. Even I have limits. I'm a limited size person.
Well, if it's without such, then I guess there's nothing to worry
Maybe
about.
you can figure things out, Cop Man. I think we got on a good level here. The signs are syncing up well.
Why are you so suspicious about everything?
Suspicious people are esoteric people. We don't go around spilling everything to Johnny Law. They don't call me Noid for nothing. It took us setting out for this whole enterprise to get our signs synced.
Why are you called
It's
Noid?
short for paranoid.
What good is being
A
suspicious?
reasonable question. Say I get hurt. I want to make sure it never happens again. So I analyse the situation.
What are you,
Exercise caution. Caution is suspicion.
what are you suspicious of?
It'd be easier to list stuff I'm not suspicious of. I'm not suspicious of sound and colour. Mechanics and chemistry also have a trueness about them. Most anything else deceives. Wants to steal your life away.
What are the most suspicious things?
I don't have a top 10 list of things I'm most suspicious of, but if I had one, the left-right complex would be number one. Number two would be their sole accomplishment, the pig-wheat paradigm.
Tell me about the left-right
I
business.
prefer not to. Both ask the wrong questions. Any spark of light from either one is accidental. Their combined movement's only concern is producing enough pig and wheat for everyone. The end goal of humanity. The original mistake was assuming that words have more being than bodies. That's what led us astray. Far from our true lives, but we may yet find a way back.
Whatever this true life is, you feel it's the real centerpiece of this mythology.
What's suspicious about the production of pork and wheat?
It's our only shit. We should make better use of not being animals or cereal grain ourselves.
What's bad about cereal grains having enough food to be precursors for greater things?
Yes, having food is means to an end, but the left never talks about the end, only the means. Caps are likewise suckers, constantly sleepless in worry.
Does it mean you're mentally
Mental
ill?
illness is a term the powers use to homogenise people. I think I don't reach mental illness. I am merely politically ill, a suspicious element.
Oh, that was certainly stimulating. I want to ask you about something
His
else.
eyes flicker.
You mentioned true life, what would that be like?
Life is true if it's free from fear, an internal division among oneself and others. Mankind has seeds of greatness in it. A germinal will come, a return to trueness. It will be hardcore.
How would you go about return to true
Beats
life?
and bright lights to shatter falsehoods. Nerve impulses for the collective body. We are very much alike in basic structure. An hard enough beat would awaken everyone to a truer calling. In unity.
Just like that. The speed freak is right in your face, his eyes burning. His comrades look on worriedly.
You keep mentioning hardcore. What does it mean to you?
Utmost dedication. Thoughts from the spinal cord. It's a potent superlative as well. Egghead usually has a better concept of the hardcore. He just really likes saying hardcore.
Egghead actually has a better concept of hardcore. He really likes saying hardcore. His friend shouts from behind this Mixio with a smile expressing your own in wideness, a total moon face, and eyes full of naive wonder. That was vague. Dedication, something else superlative.
Maybe you're being too specific about it. Try consulting with your spinal cord.
Are you advocating a noise-based society?
Many non-Occidental cultures share a beat at their art. Thus, they are closer to true hardcore life. There's just never been enough of them, and they had to rely on some extremely basic percussion.
Lord of the Western Plain, it is really happening right here. The migrants are contaminating our...
I should have known. You're taking it after the kids. That's why you're so wacky.
Enough now, Noid. You have had enough fun bothering our guests with your crazy theories. Leave him alone.
Welcome back.
That's it for now. Ah. A sad song.
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
Oh.
You close your eyes and dream of the shapes your body should form to bring this strange music.
But just imagine the moves you could pull to this futuristic beat.
Puts a grin on your face
What?
just to think about it. Even a failed attempt gets the juices flowing and repairs some of the damage done by battles lost. If you up the dose and truly dance, who knows what will happen?
Goodbye, officer.
Let's go back to the map. Suggestion. Alright, so we'll just use that. Box of sunglasses. Same just Fortress X I was looking for. That's weird. Anything up here? No. Where do I go now? It's an hour until we can pick up the dice. Nope. Damn, I'm gonna need to move. That doesn't go anywhere.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
You must be Leon
This
Swin.
one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
I already said that.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders. The other one laughs as well. The stone kicking isn't even of very high caliber. Anyone can do that.
Children are stupid.
You're stupid.
Okay, how about the policeman asks you something else?
Okay.
What's it
Yes.
ask? Yes?
Yes.
Maybe being laconic about
It
it.
doesn't look like he knows what that means.
Bye, kids. Alan's house. Let's talk to you.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer.
Yes?
Try to smell Kib. Why'd I do that?
A policeman. What can our village stay? Most people here are trying to leave. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
How much is it?
I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
There's this guy who makes me give him money every night just so I don't die out in the cold.
That's exactly how they get ya. That's why we built our own cinder block houses on the seaside. So we don't have to give money to those crooks. We might not look like much, but they are ours.
I can just have this room?
Aye. The room is pretty bare bones, but it's got a bed and roof over it. That's more than some folks have around here.
Don't get me wrong, but bare bones isn't usually. It'll help me stay in touch with the proletariat, shattered or rags to riches and more.
Surely not the first one. So are you interested or not?
Get yourself a new sonnet.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police.
The key appears from under apron.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here, in a shack.
Trust the tenant. Alright.
Like ocean waves shaping the coastline, you will wear it down, pebble by pebble. Just be persistent.
Maybe some financial compensation.
Cops bribing citizens. Doesn't it usually go the other way around?
She doesn't wait for your reply.
Save your breath, officer. This deal isn't going anywhere. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got this whole bucket full of rags to finish. That's my job. Maybe you should do yours.
We really should focus on some actual leads. Negotiating real estate deals isn't our main thing.
You know, there could be another way. You need to go someplace private and...
So this is where... Did I already pay for a room? I really hope I didn't. Let's go back to Cindy and see if we can find a way to learn about the password. Maybe Kuno knows something. Or that kid.
Fuck, does Kuno care? Kuno
Alright,
doesn't...
he doesn't.
What do you see?
I'll die before I...
Alright, let's get out of here. Go back up the top.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. You hear the sounds of running water. Someone's washing dishes. So Kuno's dad is in that room. He's not awake yet, is he? Yep, he's not awake yet. This lady doesn't have anything about communism.
Give me a moment. What? No. Nobody tells me anything. If it ain't my business, I'll keep my... think we'd all be better.
Nope. Okay. The cold and winter gray.
Hello again, officers.
Yeah, there's nothing else in here. Maybe, maybe the guy at the... Maybe some people at the, like, dart yard will know. Left one guy options give for. Let's forget this. What's a long one? Yeah, you're an alcoholic net. It's the same as killing you. Crawling on your knees through life. Knees feel belly dragging on the ground. Your brain now fuzzy out and over there. Heart sick. Cold sweat in your sleeves. Perhaps they're right. Anything's better than this. Even going to reality. Maybe you can quit. Alright, let's stop. Learn how to not be an alcoholic.
Hello, sir. How is the investigation going? Found any curses yet?
Yeah, I found my way into Dune
Great.
Commercial.
I hope exciting adventures lie ahead. And maybe you can help Mother become less afraid.
Okay.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Nope. I wonder if I can get my money back from this guy. Have I spent it already?
Hey, was there something got the 20 real? Then why are you wasting my...
Oh, this guy.
Hi again, gendarme. Oh yes, let's see. Sure. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Oh, I didn't say anything. This guy over there won't have anything. Alright, what do these guys know?
Yes. What is it?
Again? I can't believe this shit.
I'm not getting involved in this.
Okay. Neither can I, partner. I'm going to say no. Okay?
Jean, he said...
Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter.
Okay.
bed is still cold from the...
Can we look at our face again?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore. It's your face in the mirror, adorned with the expression.
Encyclopedia, electrochemistry. Where's encyclopedia? There it is. There you go. So we can do more logic. There's 2 conceptuals. Three conceptuals. Maybe we can do that.
The door is closed.
How else will we get back behind here?
You see a heavy steel. The door does not. The steel doesn't even tremble. Now you're hanging from the handle. Okay, it was a challenge, and you failed. The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod.
I don't think we need better loot anymore. Being on low morale is pretty bad, again.
Still here. Stuck.
Still locked. I don't know what to do now.
There it is again. That spectral smell haunting this industrial harbor.
Oh?
And it smells like years of turmoil, of hopes and dreams, ground beneath the inexorable tides of capital.
I can kind of smell dreams being ground down by capital.
And the scent is coming from that railing over there.
From Yana?
Yes, now's your chance to establish contact. But be easy about it. Communists have been known to charge when startled.
Alright, talk to Manana about communism. I think this is where I got the initial idea from.
Hold on, wandering man.
Attempt to establish contact. Oh no. Listen, brother. There's something important I need to talk to you about. Tilts his head slightly.
Now's your chance. Remember, communists are notoriously skittish, so it's best to insinuate your way in.
Investing in pure cell and revolutionary implications.
Could be coming from one of the jam lorries. Cargo's been sitting out for a while.
He sniffs here and looks toward the roundabout. I'm looking for people who know how to really grind a sausage, if you know what I mean.
Have you tried a butcher shop?
He looks at you with perfect equanimity.
Okay, Maybe it's time to abandon the subtle.
What I'm trying to say is I'm looking for communists. You know what?
Ah,
Maybe.
now I see. Can't say I'm surprised. You seem to take your communism seriously. Not a bad thing, mind you. It's good for a man to take time to think about the whole socio-political world picture.
Oh, he certainly likes to take his time with things, especially when politics are at issue.
So you've given up copying and now you're hunting comunistas. Care to say why?
I'm not hunting communists. I'm trying to get organized by
I
that.
see.
He is using exaggerated.
I wish I could help. Unfortunately, I don't know many comunistas.
I know you said you're not really a communist, but aren't you actually a communist?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, I'm not institutional. A man's got to blaze his own trail, in my book.
Blazing his own trail, being his own man. Not exactly your typical communist spiel. Okay, so maybe he's not exactly a communist, but there's definitely some communistic residue about him.
Communistic
But
residue?
you know, I did meet a genuine ideologo a few months ago. Perhaps he's your guy.
What's an ideological?
You know, a guy with a theory. Someone who likes to pit his theory against other theories in deadly theory combat.
Did he say his name was Staban by chance?
Didn't say anything about his name. Wasn't this sort of encounter where names matter?
How'd you meet him?
It was late one night as I was leaving the armor. He was waiting on the corner in a bright white jacket. Classic Sarameritian style.
Oh?
He asked me for a light. We shared cigarettes. Then he asked me if I ever thought about getting into some of the extra physical branches of communism.
Oh.
See, all this political chit-chat is just an excuse to rip tar with strangers. Let's say we just skip right to the good part then.
It sounds like he's trying to recruit you to the
I
homosexual
don't
underground.
think so, William. I took it to mean he was asking me to join some sort of underground cell. A very old school organizing technique. The sort of thing comunistas used to do before the revolution.
What'd you tell him? An extremely cool way to establish contact. Wish I thought of that.
It was alright. A little like something out of a Vespertine spy novel, but I must respect the effort.
How do you find this
I
guy?
couldn't tell you. Once I declined his offer, we finished our cigarettes and he disappeared back into the night. Just before he melted into the shadows, he turned to me and said, "Remember Dobrava and Abadanais."
Remember Dobrava and
And then he
Abadanais.
was gone.
Who are these people?
I don't know. Guess not everyone remembers.
He had a tight half smile across it. What do you think it means?
Been wondering about that myself. Some comunista inside talk could be. Not meant for the wider public. They love that kind of thing. You'd have to ask someone who knows the ideologo personally.
Lieutenant
Not to interfere in your personal errand, but it might have something to do with that passphrase Cindy mentioned earlier.
Alright, good thing, Kim.
Lieutenant nods.
Just in time. The faithful partner arrives with the key that turns the lock. You two make a good pair. I salute you, boyas, and wish you good fortune on this grand ideological quest.
He tips his hat.
The man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles
Yeah.
his hair.
We're infiltrating the communists. It's the 10 Savans meeting after 10 o'clock. So we can start spending our nights free. We're at -1 logic and -2 physical interest. Hmm. What do we do now? Hostile cafeterias, forgotten corners. That might be like an at night thing. Get yourself organized. This may take a while. We still have an hour left to do that. We have 5 hours to do that. Then you locate a firearm. After that, you could start by identifying bones so you know the weapon that shot after that. Keep your eyes open. There's a couple people that it could be from.
There's no way to listen to the tape without a working tape player or portal reel at a pawn shop. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. The pattern still kind of has an ethnic feel to it, but nothing familiar.
Who are you? What's
For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone close to the victim might know.
Maybe the Hardy Boys will know.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you...
It's you again.
All right.
What is it? A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
That's just contact status. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already rolled on the others, and is in witness protection.
Witnesses and local?
Let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
He's not alarmed by the sudden appearance of a witness, but he is surprised.
Let's just give him his
You
turn.
can almost see the blood curdle in the lieutenant's veins. Miraculously, he remains silent.
So, some moral intern crony. What'd he tell you? I bet he had a dead hooker situation. If he came to Martinez.
The witness said it all looked like a surreal
That
play.
means absolutely nothing to me. Sounds like some made-up horse shit.
It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from a film.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see?
Shanky, it's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
You don't know shit.
Shanky?
I know you are lying, Shanky.
He writes in his notebook.
You didn't break this wagon fort, but you did manage to rattle the people inside a bit.
The witness said the hanging went down very quietly. No showed no
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent.
Yeah, it's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman?
Damn, they wormed their way out of it, somehow. Try something else if you can.
And one messed.
Terrible guy? Boss, I think he's trying to save me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there too. I already told you. We were all there.
Enough about the witness.
Enough of Charleville Drouin from Rue de Saint-Gelain, 33B.
Okay, maybe it doesn't feel like this did anything.
72%.
But they have to be fretting a little. Everyone is afraid of witnesses. Witness is a scary word.
Establish authority.
As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar?
God, 16, we had an 18. Where have I seen this?
You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men. Sitting on desks, talking shit and wasting time.
I get it, Titus. You guys really are the authority around here. You must be. You're just like real cuts, drinking beer and sitting around.
You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
I have a beer problem, but not a problem with beer. So I have no idea how to do my job like you.
Speak for yourself, buddy. I've been running this outfit for 10 years now. You should have seen Martinez before it started. It was like jam rock now.
Oh.
They didn't see shit, man. Kids getting shot. We had 3 shootings a week. Fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffito removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick. Just don't antagonize him. You have this already.
It's not about who did it, it's about the victim. She needs help. She needs help.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
He taps his chin with his fist.
What is her name?
Glacia. I'm on due.
Oh, we got
She's
breaking the
standing
case.
here with the whirling in rags, a real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's Amonju with an O-U.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. Remember what you said to her? You told her you want to have.
Keep your cool.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
Whatever you do not tell him you know her. That would sound off.
So, what was the relationship with a mercenary?
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
Was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
When was that?
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
He turns to Glenn.
Here you go, boss.
What is your relation?
I know her.
And an uncommon sign to kill.
How well do you know her?
Well enough, Copper. We party. She's been here for a few months.
He crossed his arms.
He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten.
She's not from around here.
You mean Revachol? Nah, she's an immigrant. Or a drifter of some sort. Been staying here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all. Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Oh.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it. And what was up with the partying she and Titus did? It sounded fun.
So, that's cool. What do you mean?
What do you think I meant?
Did you do karaoke?
Yeah, tons of it. All the songs.
Are you close?
No, we just fucked. that's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after. So put your dick away.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now.
I think I know her.
You don't know her.
You're right,
Good
I don't.
boy.
Okay, this turned out better than expected.
Thank you.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
Great train of pain.
Actual art degree. Trite, contrived, mediocre, milquetoast, amateurish, infantile, cliche and gonorrhea-ridden peon to conformism. I fucked me. Affront to humanity. War crime. Should literally be tried for war crimes. Resolutely shit. Lacking in imagination. Uninformed reimagining of. Limp-wristed, premature, ill-informed attempt at. Talentless fuckfest. Recidivistic shit peddler. Pedantic, listless, savagely boring. Just one repulsive laugh after another.
Handshake ring your hand. Pass heal plus 1 round. Kept sexualization passive heal plus 1 round gets 10x.
Officer, what was that?
What was what?
You looked strange when he mentioned the assault victim's name. Do you know that woman?
Yes.
Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
I didn't.
What you're saying is, you raped her?
Ice is forming on the inside of your chest cavity.
Did
Cold
what?
sweat trickles down your neck.
Then, don't ever say that again. What else?
I met her in a hallway after I woke up.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday.
She knows I didn't remember being a cop.
Okay, that's manageable.
I tried to hit on her.
Understood.
It was pretty okay, I
It
guess.
doesn't matter how it went, officer. What else? We'll be alright, Lieutenant. This is nothing.
You feel fortified by his assurance. It's going to be alright.
We gotta break into case. We have 10 minutes until we have to get that. We have 4 more hours to do that.
The door is closed. There's still a dent in the vinyl where you punched it before. This little depression is all you could inflict on the door. Beauty has abandoned you in this ugliness, Honcho. And then some. You cannot even remember the name of Beauty. What Beauty was. The words still echo in the hallway. There we go. Fucking whore. What a nice thing to say, Harry. Everything is A-okay with you.
Who is it?
Awful
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Quick save. We're in. Apparently it was a dirty clothes, a woman's. Don't be creepy, Harry. Hotel bill calculations look like she's had an extended stay. Nope. You see the yard below, the corpse is no longer there.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
Look at the medication.
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
That's quite a collection.
Anything of note?
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoperidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads, Nacra.
What's Necro?
An opioid receptor antagonist. It's used for diamorphine overdoses.
You could say he's on the lookout. Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotvaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how. A bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it. And sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container. And your chest swells with pride. Look, it's made right here in Revachol by San Baptiste, a proud Revacholian pharmaceutical company with great traditions.
What's so exciting about the orange
It's
bottle?
speed, man.
Oh, Logan.
Just what you were looking for. They call it...
It's been consistent for 2 days. What are you talking
talk
about?
psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
This is your brand called Preptide.
A euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
Prescription.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy.
Tim told Kim, alright, we're gonna take it in secret.
Silently,
Yes.
the bottle slides into your palm. Then, as you turn, into your pocket. Feels so sleek and beautiful. You got it. Here comes the afterburner. Time to become a super detective again, Harry. Just put it in your sweaty little hand.
I just stole some drugs from a depressed woman.
It's been used quite a lot.
It's just... Oh boy, time to confront her. The bed has been hastily made.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Run your fingers across the surface of the
Smooth
glass.
as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer.
This
to
window was
inspect
replaced.
the surface.
Looks like it, yes.
Oh.
I'm here.
Oh. Hello.
Hello.
Smoke is in the air. Astromenthol. Alright. I found the secret passcode to enter the communist party. Yeah.
Secret communist party.
Yeah. I found the secret
Is it
password.
like a party with communists? Is that...
Yeah, it's a secret meeting.
Oh, okay.
So I guess if they're gonna party, it'll be a secret party. What else happened?
There's so many different possible story routes this game can take, aren't there?
I don't know. I genuinely do not know.
I feel like it must somewhat depend on like what you choose to internalize, right? Maybe. I don't know. I thought I've heard that there are.
Well, do you banned butt spot?
Whoops. I accidentally.
Good job, Logan.
That was an accident. I did not mean to click on that. I didn't mean to click on anything. He's reinstated.
What happened? Oh god, that's right. I learned about the world, the world itself. It's so weird. I'm not entirely sure what it actually is. Or here, let me put this on Discord. There.
Thank you. Yeah, games like this are definitely better real time.
Most stuff is like that.
Yeah.
Well, so it's like we're on like a continent, and surrounded in this continent is what the people are calling the Pale, and the Pale is like an extraplanar space that like breaks the laws of physics. And so like traveling between continents is really difficult because it like breaks laws of physics, and it breaks like your mind as you go through it.
Oh.
So yeah, I have no idea what to make of that. But that the spot in the church that was just like broken, that broke reality, that's like a thing that's happening in several places, I guess, because the people who built the church around that spot that is like broken reality. Like there's a hole in reality.
Oh wow.
What else happened? I think that was it, actually. That was a big thing.
Yeah.
Oh, look, a handful of dried white wildflowers.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
Alright.
The wind brushes them off the roof. They're gone.
Oh no. Okay.
Welcome to the roof.
Young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other. Okay, why is the roof only accessible by her room?
Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and
Or does this door lead back down somewhere else?
then toned over several years of self-defense training. You can sense it in the sharp pointing of her elbows.
Oh?
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Is there a cleaning lady? I think I need one.
Oh, yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
It has.
They also say it's why the cleaning lady quit.
I'm Kimiki Tsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? This is the one and only superstar cop. He's kind of a big deal around here.
I remember her on the first day I played. You go out of your room. Like, this is the first person that you talk to.
Really?
Logan, I think I was asking you to go back.
Oh, already?
Do I have to move to live now?
If you want.
Alright, I'm gonna go live now. Have fun. This is the one and only superstar cop. He kind of a big deal. I am a huge deal around here.
Miss, I don't know what he's told you, but there are no superstars among police officers.
Of course there are. Look at him. He is the Phoenix. What brings the Phoenix back to me?
The Phoenix? Ooh.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
She takes a pensive drag of her menthol or cigarette.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult. No need to dilly-dally. She's tough.
She's tough, yeah. I go straight to it. I don't want to sound like a name profanity.
Good on you, boy. She can take it.
She can take it. What is your name, miss, for the record?
Clausier Amondou.
And where are you from?
Vredefort, Republic of Oranje.
Wasn't the tattoo on the hanged man an Oranese map of the waterways? The thought begins to form in her head, then dissipates. Something for later.
What is Oranje?
A bad memory, officer.
Understood.
It's the past. People can't go back to the past.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
What do you do? What is your specialization?
Something stupid.
What's that?
Oranese lit. Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
What is Oranese literature about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... Only the name of the nation changes.
What do you do with it?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
Cool.
It's not very cool, but what can you do?
Can you take a look at your
I'm
passport?
afraid you can't, officer.
Oh?
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
How do you know you told us your real name?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. It's a weird name.
I have the legal right to demand your
Look,
passport.
officers, I like this place, but I don't want to be stuck wandering the city like a ghost after being robbed of my travel documents. I don't want to become an indentured servant in a brothel on Boogie Street. And I don't want my relatives to pay the ransom.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Pours yourself more coffee.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or her movements.
Okay, that's it. That's for the record.
The record. So official.
Nice room you got
Yeah,
there.
it's pretty deluxe.
What are you doing here
I'm
normally?
wondering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
Why here?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol.
You're in the Insulindy Insula.
To see the new world. It's a tourist thing.
Up to the old New World.
It turned out to be a Zarath-infested third world slum.
The window is new.
It is.
She moves slowly to your left to check her reflection.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
You have a lot of drugs.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her.
No.
No, don't listen to the stiff. Be cool.
How did you amass them? Such a hoard.
With money, sir. It's not exactly the NT-star size caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there.
You seem to have, among other things, peptide.
Oh, yes. One of my favorites. It cures many ailments.
Like what?
Like not being able to stay up for 36 hours, not being happy. It cures those ailments. It's just a merit speed molecule, basically.
Sure, I stole.
Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
His tone isn't aggressive, just inquisitive.
Better safe than sorry.
I'm not gonna show that I stole from her.
Very funky.
Have other questions?
Okay.
Ooh, that was a weird audio. I need to talk to you about your room again. Tell us. Oh, person.
Yes. You're just one room away. Very personal.
Or you in something that you know what I did for last night.
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions, like...
Like, he waits for you to finish.
Quick, say something professional.
They tell us you were afraid.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
It's already afternoon.
Is it?
She takes a look around, the spinning stones high in the sky. People pass
It
by.
is afternoon. Time flies, man.
So you worry?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
Oh?
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
What happened?
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
What? Are you sure?
I'm 89% sure.
Yeah, moving on.
She sincerely thinks it's very cool of you.
What did happen?
We partied.
Where have I heard that?
A lot of partying going on.
From Titus, about her and Titus's relationship. That's where you heard it.
The kind I do.
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
I didn't know this was
It
possible.
is. You're still alive.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
That's nice.
Whoa. After so much drinking and drugs, how did they manage it?
How?
Traditionally, officer.
You're.
I guess you can say that, yes, a bit. Lovers is such an emotional word. But there was something there. We did enough drugs for there to be.
How did you two meet?
Quiet and calm.
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment. A military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
She appears aloof, but that scar part, the scary, is stressed and drawn out. What's that about? Apprehension?
Oh.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
It must have been hard for you. Seeing him.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
She's the one that called us?
Jackpot.
That was you?
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
Before we go on, if it's snitching.
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him.
His caller's voice
I
is
didn't
disguised.
exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Nicked it
With
out.
nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
Oh.
So, she's God's mystery foam cutter.
And in the process, you broke the line downstairs?
Really? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
Don't mention it.
She must have had training of some kind.
I go through all the
I
trouble.
don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the Union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
I just asked you to spice things up for us.
Pretty much.
Warming them. She must be very cold and exhausted of this life.
What can you tell me about it?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his, I don't know, hair.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
Why didn't they hang him for?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Why was there a bullet in his head?
Bullet? They shot him too? They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
Oh.
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
It's hard to know what to think about that.
We might have to call Sylvie. How did the Hardy Boys know you?
They're frequent guests. Downstairs, they have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now.
And how did you meet?
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
Did you party?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
Oh?
I have.
Understood.
She sips her coffee.
We're not gonna ask her.
Circle overhead. Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him?
Could that be why they lynched him?
I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? But that's probably where they got the rape idea.
What do you mean?
Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work. I suspect it's what they'd like to do to me.
She changes balance from one foot to another, crossing her legs.
That's a lot of information that
She
just came through
breathes a
us.
silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
That's nice. Now let's go. Yep, let's go back downstairs.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
You think this will make them cooperate?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Why did she tell us all that?
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
I'm not sure she had to lie.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
She seems candid.
You think so? Being candid is the best way to lie. The appearance of candor with some facts thrown in draws attention away from whatever one chooses to omit. She may be trying to control the pace of the investigation. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our inquiries will bring us back here soon enough.
Wow, there's a lot going on now. Alright, save.
It's you again. What is it?
Let's go over to Ricky.
Again?
Nope.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck. I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
A whore, huh? A lot of that going around lately. From the mouths of distressed men. Whatever the case, you've hit a nerve. He's angry. No, more than that. He feels betrayed.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
I don't.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down. And she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
She told me the truth.
No, man. I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her.
His hands become fists.
Oh boy.
And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking
hit you. Duck.
Titus Hardy.
Her voice rings through the room like a warning shot.
Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
Oh, she's the
Someone
main
has
person.
to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad, listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
Gosh, he lied to me.
You don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
Fix, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
Where can I listen to this? Why don't you try shoving it up your ass, genius?
Yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker.
His voice echoes like thunder in the
I'm
smart.
sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem.
Your room had one. Or maybe it's too broken.
I'll get back to the
Don't
investigation.
forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy.
Mm-hmm.
You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday. Yeah?
What's on the tape?
What's on it? We call it the door gun a mega mix. You'll know why. Won't you listen to it?
Where'd you get this
You
tape?
think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that.
You bugged them.
We
How?
have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a Harvard works? It's advanced stuff.
Oh.
Understood? You've listened in on their communications. How long?
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
I think, which one are you doing the
It's
advanced
not
radio?
advanced. You just hold up in a
Oh,
coop
Angus.
all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
So it's probably in that room up top right, left-ish.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit.
I'm gonna go listen.
You do that, lawman.
Oh yeah, I have a bunch of stuff on me. Listen to Door Gunner Mega Mix. Question about dead guy about Sunday night. We're an hour late for pickup. That should be fine. Save.
The compact tape player is still and silent. Seems it has completely broken down now. There's no fixing this one.
This would have been very helpful with the Megamix. But it isn't anymore.
Fuck is that going to achieve? Being a smart ass. Making your nostrils flare.
Yeah, any
That
ideas?
cinema only comes with radio. Let's try to find a new tape player. Perhaps we should talk to Roy at the pawn shop. He has stuff.
Alright. Why did the game try to get me mad at Kim all of a sudden? Alright, so let's go get our dice from the shop. Tools. I got some money. So window people's feet shuffling up by stairs. There's the bear. This thing shouldn't be on, so.
The bear's eyes are dead and empty. Ice inside the fridge.
Yeah, we went up this way. Right. Hello, lady. I got dice. I want dice.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
I can.
Very good. That will be 7 real for 1 custom die.
Give her the money.
Here's the cursed die you ordered.
The dice maker opens our desk drawer and hands you a tiny black sphere. It 6 phrases written on it. Read the phrases.
The phrases read: God is indifferent. Take all. Lose all. 50-50. Nothing happens. And pale.
What's this?
It's a die. Try rolling it.
Cast the cursed
You
dice.
throw the ball on the floor, and it ends with one of the phrases facing upwards. God is indifferent.
Good. Now roll again, detective.
Roll the dice
It
again.
lands on exactly the same result. God is indifferent. It declares again.
Oh?
It's a sphere pretending to be a 6-sided die. Each row will end with one of the phrases facing up. The die originates in Ilmara, where it was used for cleromancy. Except I've weighted the die. When you try rolling it, you realize that each time it gets you exactly the same result. God is indifferent. This is our curse.
It's even worse than she says. God is dead. We live in a forsaken age.
This is make go back. Can I go on that? You're saying that the end result doesn't matter?
In the face of death? No, not really.
That's so
You
depressing.
were the one who asked for a cursed die.
Can I get a normal version?
No, I don't have another die. You'll have to do with this one.
Guess I keep the die
Good
then.
luck, officer. I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit.
$0.60. I spent $7. Look at the map tab and you're gonna see which way. God, Egghead. Oh, Egghead would love it. That's right. How do we get out of here? What time is it? 9:50. We might be ending off soon. Oh. Let's go to Roy. And that'll be our last thing to do. Yeah, we'll end it after getting to Roy. It's close to 10. I don't feel like going. Yeah, we can keep going. We'll go talk to Roy, see where that ends up.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
I'm looking for something that plays a tape. Place business.
We still have those boom boxes on the shelves.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape reel eyes.
Can I just play a tape?
Sorry, man. I can't be giving out freebies. Never have, won't now.
Can I get a discount?
A discount? I do have to keep the lights on, man. It's 12 real.
A man like that in a neighborhood like this, in a rickety house falling into the sea, there's fear in him. Use it to your advantage. Careful, you can only do this once.
Aren't you afraid of mess? make it 8 rail.
Actually, yes. Less. 8 is an even better number than 12. Even more internal balance. Better integrity, too.
Thanks to the disco, man. Here's some money for the boombox.
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation
That was
of
better than I
sounds
thought it
and
was.
shapes.
Alright, let's go outside.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Playing tape.
You push Command Set, and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
This isn't Revachon. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
Oh. Some kind of machinery.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalson crane.
He's right.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too.
Why?
Gonna run a room, Cordy.
Cordy?
A real nice room. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter.
Oh.
Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
Excellent, press enter. You know the dancer upstairs? Kohoi style. I click the rest of the tape.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrete on your porter reel. The tape stops spinning.
What was that at the very end?
End of recording.
What do you think?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
Sounded neat.
Still,
Newton looks like the tape. You're familiar with this look now. It's his look of suspicion. Who's this Cordy?
Cordy could be short for Cortenard, one of the other mercenaries, the one he was talking to. Probably the mountain at the harbor gates. Mr. Right to Work.
Oh, what's
A
Kohoi?
village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
You think he was there?
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. We would need to know the story of this man's service.
Okay, I wanna...
I think we've got a few more questions for Classy, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree.
As you take out the tape, the boombox tunes itself back to the cheery radio again, spewing out beats like it's a Friday night.
Ah.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Press play on tape.
You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
Press your ear against the speaker.
Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you
This is our
about
sad
the
song,
tiniest
don't we?
church in Sessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds you know this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to. This one tells it like it is. This is your tune. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
I think I could sing
Of
this.
course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like a million times. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
What?
Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand. The lieutenant looks at you as you remove the tape from the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
You talk to her again. Convince Scott to let you sing karaoke. I have 2 level up points. Alright, let's save. You save. What happened? And every time a lot happens in this game. I can't even tell if like we're getting to the end or not. Alright. I guess I end stream. Bye stream.